Hello, everybody. Hello, welcome in. I'm Aki Aspen. I'm an Autumn Dragon VTuber, and we're playing The Roottrees Are Dead today. Welcome in, guys. Welcome. Hold on, let me lower the volume a tad. It's kind of loud, this game. Well, it's very nice jazzy music for a title screen. Welcome in, Jem. Congrats on getting the first. Welcome. How are you doing? But yeah, I don't know much about this game other than that it's like a investigation type game where you're basically putting yourselves in the shoes of like 1998 sort of like private investigations, and you're trying to piece together a mystery and find out the relatives and heirs of a fortune of a family that ended up tragically perishing in a plane crash. So you're basically trying to find who gets the inheritance, and you need to do some sleuthing on the internet for that, which is pretty interesting. I'm not sure how long this game is or necessarily if it's my cup of tea, but we're gonna give it a shot and see how it is today. I don't think I've played a game like this before on stream. I used to play a lot more point and click games in the past. I really liked like 999. I liked a bunch of other point and clicks that I couldn't remember, like mostly flash game point and clicks. So this is something that I've really liked. So as a kid, so I'm curious to see how it's like in this game. Let's see something here. Settings are all good. All right. Enable search all for periodicals. Oh, like Control F. That seems pretty OP in this kind of game. All right, we're gonna start. All right, the Roottrees are dead. Save slot. The Roottrees are loading. I don't think you can see it, but they even had the little hourglass cursor thing. Which is pretty cool. All right. December 6th, 1998.
The plane that crashed last night just outside of Pittsburgh is now known to have been the private jet of the Roottrees Corporation. Local aviation authorities have speculated, based on the pilot's final communication, that the winter storm and heavy winds played a significant role in the crash. On board were multiple family members, including corporate president Carl Roottrees and his daughters, the Roottrees sisters, best known for their fashion lines and modeling careers. There were no survivors.
Oh, rip them.
Again, for those of you just joining us, the Roottrees are dead.
Oh, we have knocking.
I know it's late, but I'm guessing you've seen the news. In addition to dealing with the grief, the Roottrees company's lawyers are scrambling. Everything's about to change. Anyone proven to be a blood relative is about to get much richer. I'm here to ensure everyone is accounted for. I've heard you're an expert at sorting out complicated family trees. A genealogy genie, as it were.
Genealogy genie, huh?
I'm going to give you a quick test. Pass, and I can promise you the job of a lifetime.
Ooh. Complete the family tree of the Roottrees sisters. Siblings are in birth order: oldest, youngest. To-do list: examine the evidence, search the internet for clues, fill in the names, fill in the occupations, fill in the photos. Ooh, okay. I'm glad I got a cup of coffee, because this is definitely the kind of game you want to sit down with a cup of coffee to. I definitely need that. Alright, so let's zoom out a little bit. Oh, okay, that's it. Right. Main portrait adaptive family tree. This is the evidence tab. Got no picture. Person who hired you gave you this photo with the note attached. This was taken during the shoot for the Roottrees Sisters Got Milk ad. I tracked down a test photo from when they painted the fake mustaches on, which I thought would be more appropriate considering the circumstances. The ad's copy reads: "You might recognize our faces in the magazine you're reading. You might recognize our name from the candy bar you're eating. Being a Roottrees is a full-time job. So is growing up. That's why the calcium found in milk is so important. Plus, you can't make chocolate without it." photo. Anything specifically that I'm looking at here? Oh, she's married. You can tell she has a ring on, or a ring finger, so. This sister's married. The other two sisters are... Maybe she's married here? Could possibly be, but I don't think so. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. This list was provided to you by the mysterious person who showed up at your door. You need to fill in the family tree. Damn, there's a lot of Roottrees members. November, Margaret, Lauren, Women has a missing name. And men. Damn, there's a lot of Roottrees members. What the heck? Okay. So now what? Search the internet for clues. Oh god, not that sounds. Dial-up sounds. Flashbacks to AOL. Alright, this is way too fast for AOL back in the day. It would have taken at least 10 minutes. You would go, use the bathroom, get something to drink, come back, it's still loading, so very fast. Connect. What else there? Welcome. Welcome to Information Superhighway. Thanks for purchasing a new Cashew PC. Cashew. Please go to the 56K modem, which is fast enough to access any site on the World Wide Web, even those with high-resolution images. If you find anything interesting, be sure to print it out with your included high-end color laser printer or burn a music CD to listen to later. If you want to revisit a search result, be sure to use Netscape. Oh, I see what they did there. Netscape Explorer's new history feature. Happy surfing. Remember, cashew pieces are delicious. Cashew pieces are inedible. I'm gonna try to eat computer. Alright, spider search. Oh, because this is like Google. Create notes quickly by highlighting text with your mouse. Alright, so what do we search for? On the evidence tab. Oh, we can click on the faces here. Oldest to youngest. Okay. We have the internet here. We need to know the names of the sisters. But obviously Roottrees. There are a lot of Roottrees to follow and focus on Roottrees sisters' modern careers. Show Roottrees sister fan site, similarly carried by teenagers in the peak of purple text. Hard to read unless you highlight the words. Bellmaster writes. Raina is the most famous because she's the oldest and got married to TMS, while Riley's the smart one. Rose is a middle child like me. Oh, okay, perfect. We have the three of them. I think they're rich because they're models, but their dad is also president of the canning company. Their mom, Bren, is a fashion designer. They also do modeling for the brand Root. Roottrees can all the time. If you're a Maple Crisp, and they tried to dress in plaid Root. So it's like Riley and most of the closer. Someday I want to get my ears pierced like Rose. The author continues to own life and what she likes about Root, fashion lines, but none is relevant. Reina is the oldest. And then Rose and Riley. Rose is a middle child like me. Well, there's no Rose. Did they misspell it? I don't see any Roses. I see Riley. Okay, we need to do some digging. Roottrees Riley. Fill in the names, occupations, and photos. Trying to figure out who that one is then she's talking about in this article. Okay, I don't understand who this one is. Maybe they misspelled it? I wonder who Rose could be. Get a hint with a rubber ducky? Cute. But I don't want to hit right now. What is in the list of names your employer provided? Doing a deeper dive on what you will learn about them will often lead to additional discoveries. The research tip is to make note of any brand names, books, product lines, or magazines that you don't recognize and search for them. Roottrees. Just for one person and concept at a time. Both first and last name. Rose Roottrees is not as popular as her older sister Raina. Very well known. Most of the time, they're together as the Roottrees sisters. Function and Rose are seldom linked to anything different than wishes of her sisters together. Okay. I don't know what you should look like. I don't know. Is there any like image search here? Or maybe not. It's too old in the internet for this. Oldest and got married to TMS. Riley's a smart one. But she's oldest, got married to TMS. They're models, but that is a present candy company. They do modeling, so they're just models. All their models? Model. Alright. But then who is... EMS? T. Let's search for T first. PG. Who would be having initials TMS? Can't even type it in too. Mark Sheridan. Thomas Sheridan. Okay. So now we have another name here. Thomas Sheridan. Gotcha. Rose Roottrees. Just so much interest in occupations. Mention of fashion brands. Okay. Clothing company. They make clothes for children and toddlers and teenagers, although their website is down, likely to increase web traffic. You find countless retail sites attempting to advertise their clothes towards a target audience. One man says this to say, you spy the Roottrees sisters looking hella fly on catalogs, magazines, and posters. Now you too can be like Riley, Rose, or Raina. Come across a website from a collector of clothing catalogs. Apparently, Roottrees released 2 catalogs per year every year since 1984. Raina appeared on almost all of them. There's only one that the webmaster can consider a collector's item enough to mention. Brenda Roottrees, the Roottrees' mother and Roots head designer, appeared on one cover holding her daughter Rose in 1985. The site says the only time her daughter was ever listed with her birth name, Carly Roottrees. There we go. We have her name now. Okay. But then how do we know who's who in the pictures? I want to get my ears pierced like Rose. Okay, this is actually a good hint. Ears pierced like Rose. Only one of them has pierced ears. So it's her. Rose. We know Rose is Carly. That narrows it down. We know that this has to be Raina because she has a ring on her finger. By process of elimination, this is her. Hey, we did it! Tutorial's over. 3 entries are correct and have been locked. You have also locked the optional following optional error, Shirley Thomas. Nice, we did a good job. We actually got for the 3 main sisters done. Very good. Yeah, I think I was just stuck on trying
Sorry
to find
test you, but
her,
I had to
her
be
actual
sure you
name.
could use the internet. Some folks refuse to get with the times. Safe to say, you're hired.
Yay, we're hired.
The reward for untangling the family tree is substantial. Life-changing, even. But here's the catch. The Roottrees go way, way back. The family tree's a bit daunting. Most people freak out the first time they see the whole thing. But I'm sure you'll be fine.
I mean, how big is this family tree are we talking about? Like,
The man who started it was particular about whom he considered family. For your purposes, you only need his direct blood relatives.
okay.
Anyone related only by marriage is optional, but filling them in can lead to useful discoveries.
1 second, guys.
Lastly, you now have access to some unique websites, plus a list of notable Roottrees. Notable people are easy to find via your search engine, and marked with stars on the family tree.
Nice.
I'm off for now. Carl Roottree had a lot in his office. I'll look for anything useful. I'll return once you identify 6 more blood relatives.
Holy shit, this family tree's crazy. 50 is insane.
Sorry, one last thing. This might sound odd, but if anyone else claiming to represent the Roottrees reaches out, I'd appreciate you not mentioning I was here. Thank you, and good luck.
Alright, so we got those done. Notable people. Okay. Every time you get 3 additional blood relatives in the family tree, name, occupation, and portrait, they'll be locked in. All non-blood relatives and non-small portraits are optional. Placing them in the tree helps remove extra names and photos. Get 3 more blood relatives before they will lock in. Okay. So anyway, we're gonna search for. Get more evidence here. An advertisement for 5 pieces aimed at kids from the magazine Teen Glass. It mentions that 5 pieces were named as such because the original creator had 5 children. It also mentions that the current 5 flavors are not the same as back then. Intuition. You delve this line of work. You've been in this line of work for a long time. So long, in fact, you have a 6th sense for how useful your evidence can be. The number in a magnifying glass refers to how many clues are connected to a specific piece of evidence. The higher number, the more there is to find. The start of your search, notables list sets off alarm bells. A list of famous people that you can find via search engine. It's pretty rare to get something that useful. Let's take advantage of it. As you progress, these numbers will change. Whenever you find more evidence or lock in family members, new discoveries will be added to the list and old events will become less useful. That's your intuition. If a piece of evidence seems too good to be true, closer look at the people or phrases and mentions. Often, the most satisfying relations come from retracing a path you thought was fully explored or from a new perspective. Sometimes the reason certain evidence has such high value is because it can lead to finding more evidence and missing a huge piece of the puzzle. Ooh. 11. So this is actually really linked. Okay. 5 pieces. So strawberry, cool chocolate, black blue raspberry, awesome apple, power plum. There's 5 flavors because the original inventor had 5 kids. Maybe that's why it gets 11. New flavors because it's no longer the 1920s. What is an elderberry anyway? Okay, so we have a date and we have 5 kids. Current flavors are not the same as back then. 35. Holy crap. List of notable Roottrees. The person who hired you gave this list that everyone on it can be found easily by your search engine. The Roottree sisters: Carl Roottree, Elias and Gwyneth Roottree, Gwyn Roottree, Red Roottree, Jim Roottree, Lauren Roottree, and Miracle Jr. Any entry in the family tree that belongs to someone on the list marked with a star. Notable Roottrees will be crossed out after they're verified and locked. Entry to family belongs to someone on this list. Hey. The Roottrees' sister parents died in a plane crash on December 6, 1998. Meaning shot figure appearing on a door. Lawyers are looking to start a family tree. Test to figure you nexus. Yep. Cool. Alright. So I think I know who this is. You come across an auction for a black and blue dress that's a Brenda White original. Auction describes a vintage dress before Brenda became Brenda Roottrees and started designing clothes for Root. The white and gold dress itself doesn't seem relevant to your search. It's a reference to the black blue dress, white gold dress. Okay. Brenda White original. Yeah, I'm just curious to see. We have Brenda Roottrees. We don't get information like this. My evidence. I don't have any evidence though. How do I get more photos? Let's see. You verify this potion can add bonus photos. It's Brenda White. Yeah, Brenda White original. Catalogs. And Root's head designer. Okay, so then she is a Bell agent, pro athlete. Where is outfit designer? Actor, advertising, architect, artist, author. Not a model, right? She designs outfits. Would it be not retail? What would that qualify under? Media mogul. There's different president ranks too. Head designer. I guess artists? Carl Roottrees. Let's look at Carl Roottrees then. Carl Roottrees died in a recent plane crash with his wife Brenda Roottrees. Their daughters are Roottrees sisters. He was president of the Roottrees Candy Company with a clothing company of Root. He co-founded with his wife. Short press release: the Roottrees Candy Company released today. Organizations. Periodicals. Wait, maybe I did this wrong. I think this is Brenda. This was supposed to be Brenda. Carl. Presidents. Okay. Carl, Brenda, the Roottrees and employees are perished in a terrible tragedy. As head of our company, Carl was an incredible man. Feeling his absence may be difficult to control time. Like his great grandfather before him, Carl earned the highly prestigious Watchman of the Year title. Roottrees Candy Company. Mixing with the news plane crash, there was a lot of results for Roottrees filling probably candy products. Their official website was stable to the traffic been receiving, however, find a direct link to the history section. Let's work momentarily. It was founded by Elias Roottrees shortly after he married his wife Gwyneth, whose family owned a small farm called the Anderson Maple Farm. The reason that aren't explained on the page as no CEO and no stockholders, it's run by a president. Input and votes from extended family. It does mention that every president has been direct descendant of Elias and Gwyneth, including Carl Roottrees. By his death, this is the current president. Okay. The product to put them on the map were 5 pieces of maple, kinds of 5 different flavors, dipped in a crispy, crackly candy coating. Since then, they have branched out to countless other products, all of which incorporate maple in some way. Companies on the roof was children's clothing. Okay. So Elias and Gwyneth. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 presidents. Look up 5 pieces. For marketing materials and other various candy history sites, you learn the 5 pieces are iconic candy sold to the Roottrees Candy Company, but are no longer the company's only popular product. They still sell to this day. Small, colorful, sugar-coated maple candies that since late 20s and present maple leaf. This history of print advertising website that also claims to have a 5 pieces advertising Candy Volume 2 by Charles Lee. All their images are broken. Okay. I gotta find the periodicals, I think. Copy. Need both the freaking title of Charles Lee. Okay, published 1985 hardcover. This is part of the book series about all things candy in the modern world, so it's 1925 and continues onward to chronicle the rest of the mass production and global distribution. The book ends with a look into the future candy envisioned by Expert 1985. With the addition of Heinz, you can clearly see they got pretty much everything wrong. Print advertisements. Links for after the 5 pieces of 930s add to evidence. Nice, you got more evidence. The Miracle, a modern candy for a modern society. Roottrees 5 pieces is 5 different maple flavors. The Roottrees are profitable business on flavors inspired by children. These are grape, these are elderberry, C's for cinnamon extract, M's for melon. Interesting, M for miracle berry. Berries a burst of blue blossom blended berries. Try it today. Oh, okay. There's 5 kids, right? So then we know. Okay, we know which ones are. So G's are great. The last one is Miracle. Tree. C, right? Or G? There's 2 with a G. Okay, so Elias and Gwyneth Roottrees. So it's not Gwyneth. Or Gwendolyn, one of these 2. Price information on website of films that are not available on VHS. It's not very well organized, and the search is broken. You can do individual pages from your search engine. Gwyneth Roottrees, somewhat well-known actress, was active in the 50s. She helped appear in tabloids, especially on the time of her publicized divorce. Biggest role is a minor hit movie. Guys Like Us, she helped Hollywood with their flop of Christmas Mission. I also got a picture of Gwyn from behind the scenes at one of her movies, which we add to evidence. Ring was the granddaughter of Elias Roottrees, the founder of Roottrees Candy. She gave him the name Roottrees. She put her to the mother's name in his name, which is quite rare in that day. Quite rare in those days. This is Gwyn Roottrees. Okay. What's the other one I'd look up? Gwendolyn. Did I misspelled it? Gwyn Dolene. Pretty sure I spelled it correctly. Elias, the founder and first president of the Roottrees Candy Company, Fanart sister was a Republican and was psyched about him created by the Roottrees Candy Company. At the top, picture him and his wife Gwyneth. add to your evidence. Credit for preventing 5 pieces, public candy, or that the farm he inherited marrying his wife's only produced syrup. The 5 pieces became more successful. Elias spent his time and energy on these reputations of family man. He's quoted on the site as saying, "Blood is thicker than syrup, and any child linked by blood to me shall be linked to a blood to my legacy." The site enthusiastically claims that he made good on a promise, but offers no additional detail. There's a few more quotes about Elias from a book called Family Man. They're trilogies by Bess Williams. Not periodicals. I want to do library. Well, I saw Roottrees don't double brushing nails. Also fine nowadays. Alright, well. Although as long as such accomplishments and awards, and one stands out, like his great grandson Carl, Elias will win Watchman of the Year. New periodical added Business Watch. Business Watch magazine is a magazine of companies, sales, and economy. They've been around for over 100 years in one form or another. Will often write about major changes in management of various companies or famous companies. Every year they offer an award for the prominent businessman who has furthered the field. We call this the Watchman of the Year. You find through a few searches that 2 Roottrees have featured as Watchman of the Year: Elias and Carl. Notice in the archives of the site, might be additional articles for the product search. This is Watch magazine. What does periodical mean? Business Watch awarded Watchman of the Year, and many people through the years, every 10 years, to publish a full list again. The most recent list, all the names you can recognize are Elias Roottrees 1936 and Carl Roottrees 1987. Well, Elias and Gwyneth Roottrees, in 1909, they founded the Roottrees Candy Company before it was a success. What you found through the internet, it's quite difficult to say any site about Elias or Gwyneth that isn't accompanied by his picture. Elias and Gwyneth are a notable Roottrees list. Okay. Elias and Gwyneth. Oh, Gwyneth Roottrees. I'm assuming they go by maiden names. Gwyneth Roottrees. My information on the website for the first Anderson farm. The pictures include face picture with Elias and Gwyneth. The photo was added to evidence. Laura Man and Elias Gwyneth Roottrees was Gwyneth Anderson. They're no brothers, so the older sister should inherit the Anderson Maple farm, as long as she married. Before Elias took over, farm produced only syrup. It was supposedly Elias' idea to create candy instead. Their success was not immediate until they decided to combine the maple with other flavors, so that the 5 pieces, which are still found in stores to this day. The Roottrees Candy Company expanded well beyond their original farm and preserved as a tourist attraction. According to their website, there's still a daily demonstration and educational tours that show off many of the turn of the century appliances that Gwyneth would have used as a housewife in the early 1900s. So she is Anderson. And housewife, I guess? The founder and first president of Roottrees Candy Company. Yeah. Okay, that's good. We got that done. Let's see. Carl Roottrees. Make to photo. It doesn't work when I want to find a specific photo. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to get a photo of this guy. What's up, Aspen Maple Farm? Nice picture of Elias and Gwyneth. Okay, so it's the same article. Oh, perfect. Okay, I got the Watchman of the Year. I just have to put the year at the end of it. Good. 1936. Oops. Okay, oh, perfect timeline. Elias Roottrees was Watchman of the Year by Business Watch 1936. Watchman of the Year, specifically to recognize global rollout of 5 pieces. Okay, let's see here. So, in 1908, he's barely profitable. Is a daughter, first 5 children. 4 more falling to Elias wins 5 pieces. The 5 players chose a initial 5 children, 1 flavor per child. 5 pieces sold in some Pittsburgh markets. But to all New England, a new recipe and flavors finalized. And the candy begins nationwide distribution to Mormon stores and other shops everywhere. Roottrees Candy Company purchased early every maple farm in Pennsylvania in preparation for global rollout. With the help of his son Elias Roottrees' architecture firm, a new industrialized factory and warehouse is built in Butler County. Shippable and worldwide distribution begins. There's a "What's Next" section that claims Elias is going to pivot, ensuring his company's legacy, and the Roottrees Company remains founding business messages with a Clans Trust. Oh, the Clans Trust is important. The Clans Trust is a highly unusual corporate arrangement in the Clancy Edward Rootree, who was Elias's son and the Roottrees kind company's head lawyer at the time. Unique sneakers will brought up an online discussion about financial matters inherent in society. Company manages a fixed percentage of its profits are to split every quarter amongst bank accounts per percentage each direct relative lies into Gwyneth. Accounts created for each blood relative at birth at first accessible when they reach 18. Significant amount of money. The clan trust is known for being essentially impossible to get around, but chicks and monsters are into it. In a situation with 5 members, we're going to forcibly remove another member from the trust. The problem of period vague to manage and handle it internally. Excuse me. The only information you discover from University Law School, which apparently had a guest lecture talk about Roottrees versus RR in 1994. 5-piece guarantee. 5-piece guarantee in combination with the Clash Trust was Elias Roottree's attempt to show the Roottrees Candy Company would make a family business for attorney. The station is somewhat baffling. The early salary of Roottrees president was locked to the price of a single pack of 5 pieces. The 5-piece guarantee went into effect in the 25 cents a year. Now it's closer to $4. The yearly salary is $4. It's crazy. While at the Clash Trust, however, it makes a bit more sense. Elias wanted to ensure that only his direct relatives could afford to be president. He knew that because their passive income was tied to the profits of the company, they would have a vested interest in keeping the company as profitable and successful as possible. I guess that makes sense. Most CEOs will not do this. They'll just pay themselves out as much as possible. They'll just sign more paychecks. This does not happen usually, but I guess this family business makes sense. Whether or not this is a smart or successful decision is widely debated online and in person by economic students of all levels of expertise. Alright, we're getting a little sidetracked though. Roottrees. Roottrees was a watchman in the year 1987. A photo of him appears on the cover. According to the cover, Business Watch is a magazine for and about corporate leaders and has ongoing coverage of who's who in the corporate world. However, was chosen enough for his work at Roottrees Candy with a clothing company, Root. There's a brief history. Before they married, Carl's wife Brenda was a fashion consultant. When Reina was born, Brenda retired to become a stay-at-home mother. Looking for a creative outlet, she spent any free time she had at the sewing machine. Reina's new clothes were a hit with the other parents, including Carl's cousin Jim Roottrees, a noble singer who had a young daughter on the same age as Reina. Word spread. By 1982, Brenda's patterns were being copied by the brands. The man, Carl, and his second cousin Ernie Jr., who had become a resident Roottrees at the time, spearheaded Root. Oh, so he's the 5th president, not 4th. These 3 entries are correct and been locked. Okay, he's the 5th president, so I guess he's the latest one. That makes sense. We also locked the following optional entry: White Brenda. Nice, we did it. We did founders and then Carl Roottrees. I guess she's gonna come out now. Guess not. Now we just need to get 3 more. Let's see here. Don't forget Roottrees' surnames from birth. If the person changed the last name after marriage. Always the person's most recent occupation. Okay, that makes sense. Lit up. Already adoption or otherwise. Damn, 2 divorces. I wonder who this one is. Okay. second cousin. I wonder who that is. Oh, Otis. Welcome in. Welcome in, Raiders. How are you guys doing? Welcome, welcome. How was Final Fantasy 14, Otis? How are you guys doing? What were you guys up to? Were you guys doing some raids? Yeah, welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you had a good stream, Otis. We're just doing some cyber sleuthing investigation stuff. Better than your Final Fantasy 14, apparently. Excuse me, sir. I have, if you've seen my schedule, I have it scheduled for Sunday. Sunday night, I'm gonna be doing a Final Fantasy 14 stream. So yeah, I've been doing it. I've been going through it. Okay, it has not been 30 days. I literally was playing 2 weeks ago. Okay, calm down. Calm down, all right, sir. But yeah, welcome in. I scheduled it. I rescheduled a continuation on it. But yeah, this game is interesting so far. It's just like a family tree, genealogy game, like investigation game. It's kind of cool. A little bit confusing. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. This is not gonna lead me anywhere. Wind retreat. Okay. Granddaughter of Elias Retreat. Granddaughter of Elias Retreat. So she's on this level. Wish I could just search for like direct ties, like who is the parent of this person. Okay, but yeah, I hope you are doing well, Otis. When you judge a politician or his nickname, ironically, because he was the ambassador to Ireland for about 6 days. He served what some people contend is the shortest term in history. Days after he was appointed, he was heard disparaging his position and the Irish people. He tried to run for state senate. He claimed to be related to the Roottrees County Company newspaper ad. It came out that the last name was probably a coincidence, and he was defeated in a landslide. I like how his name is Red and his middle name is Herring. Get it? Red Herring. Really tired, so I ended early, but I'm good. How about you? I'm doing good. Also a little tired, but we're just chilling. Or just, you know, I don't want to play anything too high intensity today. I want this something that's a little bit more like, you know, sit back, relax kind of game, which is this game kind of is. Although it's a lot of thinking. My brain can't process all this thinking. But he's not. He's a red herring. So I'll even marked it here, so it's wrong. He's not on the tree. Also, 2.0 looking like it'll be a mid-June debut. Oh, nice. Mid-June, really good. Yeah, you showed me the progress on it. It looks really nice so far. Did you figure out what you want to do as part of celebration? Things Roottrees singer who sings in a duo, Jim and Diamond, with his wife Diamond LaRue. The duo, according to main sources you find, is considered a one-hit wonder due to the disco song "Rollin' On Down to City." Though Jim writes the majority of songs, plays guitar, and often sings, Diamond is considered by fans to be the band's lead singer. The band has never had another hit, but has its fans who refer to themselves as Diamond Dazzlers. The rest of their music is more folksy and acoustic than the one song they were known for. He's in the 90s, Cherry Tree, and Still Out There. I don't know how to respond to that. Am I supposed to do anything? Just kind of you. Oh, I'm just curious. I thought you were going to do something. That's all. I don't know. I thought you were gonna do like a party or something, like a celebration stream. But actually, never mind. Scratch that. I thought you wanted to do more stuff, but I'm excited to see your debut. Honestly, I know you're working a lot behind the scenes, so it's gonna be really good. I know you're doing a bunch of stuff. I'm not gonna say what you're doing. I don't know if you said it already, but I know you got a lot of planned stuff. Debut celebration, yeah. That never mind then. Let's see, that 20 hit for Fuchs 1979. Content to remain indifferent to economic inflation. Total rest in the Middle East unless pop culture tricked them into caring. What? Well, ironically, listeners didn't seem to pay attention to the lyrics enough to trick them into caring. Most of this play came from roller discos, but because it was such a product of its time, it doesn't get much play anymore when stations that play oldies. Images from an auction or a sealed copy, a sticker that says one of the greatest grants of a life's retreat coming to disco's feet. Right to Peter Jekowitz from MM. Simon LaRue. Lyrics to the song contains no clues. I'm not reading those lyrics if that's the case. A subathon? Yeah, I thought you were doing a subathon or something. Okay, wait, so hold on. '80s and '90s. Like, he has to be here on this level. We're gonna put him down for now, just temporarily. James Roottrees. What is the singer not on here? Actor, dancer. Nothing like that. Just go debut. That's cool. That's cool too, man. Police officer, musician. Okay, so this is done, and that's Diamond LaRue. I'm assuming that's the foot of her. Okay, I won't debut at 1 a.m. like a certain bunny. Yeah, it's okay at this point. That was funny. I went to bed so late after that. Be funny though after I yelled at her for doing that. I mean, you know, honestly, it's a dreamy time. I'm not very surprised. It's okay that she chose that time. Like I'm kind of used to it by now. Listen, I honestly, I'm just happy that she streamed at 1 a.m. Okay, that's already asking for enough as it is. The fact that she streamed on time at 1 a.m. is already asking for a lot. If it was any other stream, it would be 2 a.m., 3 a.m. So just be happy it actually happened at 1 a.m. I love Dreamy. Dreamy's so funny. And Dreamy's great. But we're just messing with her before that, saying like, are you sure you're gonna be waking up at time? And she's like, don't worry, I'm not gonna be able to sleep. Like, I'm gonna be there on time. This is one of the only times I'll be on the stream on time. And I'm like, okay. And then she was on time. It was very funny. Because honestly, I would not be too surprised if she ended up like being pretty late. Okay, who else is that?
We're rolling on down to the sea.
Okay. So
Saturday night and you're quite a sight.
The world might be burning, but I'm feeling
I'm trying to figure out if there's anything else from this thread. I don't think there is. These are not that. I find a murder or something. No, it's not a murder. So basically, how the game opens is there's this rich family called the Roottrees, right? And the president, they own two companies. One is a candy company that's founded by like their great grandfather, and the other one's a clothing brand, right? And they were going on a private jet with him, his wife, and their three daughters, the Rootree sisters. And the plane crashed and everyone died. So all of these guys right here are dead. They're all dead. Everyone in this section, right? So basically, because they're all dead now, you're a genealogist, and your job is to track down who are the blood relatives so they can get the inheritance money. So your job is to figure out who is, like, fill out the family tree, because apparently there's a huge, complicated family tree. Figure out who is the direct blood connections, and they have a trust that they're entitled to that gives them insane amounts of money. Like, imagine they're like insanely wealthy. So you have to use it's like 1998, so you have just a basic search engine, and you have to piece together clues, look through periodicals and magazines, and basically piece together the entire family tree. So like everything going back to the roots of the company all the way to like now, present day, which is kind of cool. And the game doesn't really hold your hand. You really have to look at it yourself, and like you have to piece together like the parts. Like, for example, if you see some things that have some keywords, you can try to search for it, and then it'll give you, see what I did here? Like, I just searched for a keyword and it gave me an article on it, and it adds a picture, and now I have evidence, and now it adds the evidence to my folder, and I can add it to my to the list of people there. Let's see here. Pictures card from Jim and Diamond of the fan club. Description said it include a picture of son Wolf listening to his parents. Okay, so we found a son. Okay, cool. Now that we found a son, it's one of these, so we're gonna add the son to the list. Wolf. Occupation. I don't fucking know. Kid. Student. Is it like college or K-12? Let's just say college for tentatively. 2 years ago. They would. He looks a little older to be a K-12. Okay, so. See, but this is what you're doing. You're trying to fill in the blanks here, and yeah, 1996. But I don't know when he was born. I can search for it now, actually. So Wolf. Look, one relevant picture Jim and Diamond's young son Wolf. Know about his daughter's band, the Floozies. All-female punk band operating in New York City. I've been passing in the online review from earlier this year. Apparently, the opening act for the band came to see. Okay, right. So she normally doesn't review the opening act. This one's unusual. True is extremely caged up with their identities. Reviewer as the venue who they were, and they were told they were rumored to be the children of other famous musicians. They didn't want to be why they were popular. With the date, they said the young son, so probably just a kid. Yeah, but I don't know. So the problem with that is we don't. It's 2 years ago, right? This says this photo was. It's 1998 right now. I guess he's a kid. I mean, we're gonna keep this for now. I mean, I could just change it to K-12. But he just doesn't seem that young. He seems a little older. Look for that photo. Viewer also mentioned that for underground, an unknown band with absolutely no following. All criminals are extremely expensive. Beef Baby, it's on a track. No picture of Flu's performing live. The CD that they were doing. Guitars, vocalist Candy, Nikki, and Nina. Okay. So this is Candy. Is Candy listening to his parents' latest music? So Candy would be the other one here. This would be Candy. It would be his sister. She was a guitarist, but you can do a singer, musician. So these two are not necessary. As you can see, they don't have the gold star. Gold stars are for like key notable people. They're not notable, so they don't really matter. But we know that this one is probably correct. I have to lock them in so I can know. Yeah, like 14 to 15. So I mean, I guess K-12. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so anyway, now that we have this set up, I'm pretty sure this is it. I'll be shocked if that's not the case. All right, James Roottrees. Lauren Roottrees. Lauren Roottrees, the relative of the Roottrees sisters, is known for a book, A Life Between Wars. Okay, so what's also really cool is you can search for actual books. There's a library here. Lauren Roottrees. See, and it prints out the actual image of the book. Oh wow, it's everything. Diary Complaints. Diary Dynasty. What the fuck is this book? Excuse me? That's a lot of files. The Jackbox series books occasionally taught in schools. You'll find a hardcover edition for students that has a full page, high quality pictures in there. Some of the contents of the book flows with some particularly relevant entries to the diary and add to your evidence. Just the entire solution, yeah. I just found that book. I'm like, huh. Okay. Now where do I get the book? Oh, I added it all to my evidence here. It's all inside here. Gotcha. The below are notes and observations you made while skimming through Lauren Roottrees' diary, pages A Life Between Wars. Lauren Roottrees, the notable Roottrees list in your evidence should mark with a chart with a star. 1965 consists of diary entries that are searched from 1940 to 1965. Most important event that much of diary and Lauren's thoughts revolve around was lost her husband Jacob. Jacob died in the final months of World War II while Lauren was pregnant. This left her to raise her son Clark alone. Lauren never remarried, only one child. In the page of diary, you glean the following information: she was granddaughter Elias and Gwyneth on her father's side. Okay. This family was called the Cozels. Charlie mentions them. Father Pot was head lawyer, the Roottrees Candy Company, and she helped write the legal document called Clans Trust. Okay, this is big actually. Clear the context Roottrees have been sure had names of the different generation of family. Lauren uses them often. 5 pieces. The first generation children of Gwyneth and Elias. Lauren's father was in this generation. Okay. The next generation, Lauren's generation. The free spirit generation after Lauren's, including her son. Alright, you need to go sleep though? I'm too tired. Alright, no problem, Otis. Have a good rest, and thank you for the raid. Hope you have a good rest, man. Win. Okay. Everyone has something to complain about. Win is the only child complaining with loneliness. I told her about being expected to watch after 3 younger brothers. It felt like a blessing, but it fell on deaf ears. During the summer, I went to stay with her and Aunt Margot. To be the sister I never had and do the same for her, and to deny my hair blonde to fit in with the 2 of them. I'm a mess, but she just complained. To her, I was a lucky cousin. Now she's off living glamorous life while I'm stuck here with Clark. I must admit, seeing that her everywhere contributes to my unhappiness. Her visage stares at me even though we're not from the coffee table. She gets being starlit and tells tales of how she gallivants around the world, kissing the likes of Harrison Lane and Wild Bill Williams. The first Roottrees woman to be anything other than a housewife, and I'm jealous. I'm not a single mother, I have to take my own way in this world. I'm off topic. A girl of all luck in the world was jealous of me. And now, though I have been undoubtedly burdened by terrible tragedy, I'm also lucky to be born to a family that can support me for eternity. He's a child without worry, unlike countless other widows. If any of them hear me complain, they'll readily scoff just like I do at Good Win. Okay. Diary entry titled Dynasty from Lauren Roottrees' diary for 1958. It focuses on the day her grandfather Elias announced he would step down as president from the Roottrees Candy Company. The meeting determined his successor. Which had been a fly on the wall today. Clancy told me that everyone got quite heated. Granddad was furious and then his sons would take over as president. But that's what he gets for holding on to it for so long. Architects, preachers, and lawyers. They don't got time for candy. So at the 5 pieces refusing to step up, It came down to us next gen. Pop argued at length the company should stay with our branch of the family. We still have the Roottrees name. I'm not even sure Clancy would have wanted it, but he's the one who was volunteered. Instead, it ended up going to Zach. Even though his surname was Master Candy, he was the firstborn son of the firstborn 5-piece. Oh, hey, Relics, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. How are you guys doing? How was Metro Prime 2? Hope you had a fun stream, Relics. Firebird Raid. welcome. How are you doing? How was Metro Prime 2? I need to go back to play that game. I played the original games. I think I've played through the original 3 games, and then I more recently replayed through Metroid Prime for the remake. But I want to go back to play the other games as well again. Hope you had a good time. But yeah, Raiders, if you guys want to stick around, we are playing The Roottrees Are Dead, which is a cyber sleuthing mystery game where your goal is to piece together a genealogy family tree of a very rich family in order to determine who will inherit the family fortunes. So essentially, just to give a brief overview, basically in the beginning, we're in 1998. In the beginning of this game, yesterday, there was a plane that had this guy, this rich CEO that owns 2 companies, a candy company and clothing company. Him, his wife, 3 daughters, and I think a few other people. They were in a plane together. The plane crashed, and everyone died. There was no survivors. So everyone died. The sisters, all of them died, right? Because they all died, and because the Roottrees, like the family, is extremely wealthy and rich, your goal is to piece together the family tree to determine who gets the inheritance, who gets the wealth. So that's the goal of the game. And they have a huge ass family tree. So this is not as much easier than it sounds easier than it really is. It's a lot. I got lost because they wanted me to find all 3 keys to progress. Didn't realize progressing will let me find the keys. Oh, damn, that's annoying. Give it off to grandma, that way you can postpone the whole game by a couple months minimum. Exactly. Give it off to grandma, and then we'll worry about it when grandma passes. But yeah, no, it's wild. It's hard to figure out everything. I'm sort of piecing together, but it's a lot. Kind of funny. The inheritance ended up going to the guy piecing this thing. Yeah, it just goes to me. He's like, I'll take it. I kind of put myself right here, so I deserve the money. I'm putting myself right here. Put my own photo in there. Like, oh damn, I don't know how that happened. That's crazy. Guess I was part of the family tree all along. But welcome in, Tech. Welcome. I find it funny, Tech, because it labels you as a first-time chatter, but I know you chatting here before. I don't know why Twitch does that. But yeah, welcome in. Let's see, we're gonna mark these 2 faces. This is actually a treasure trove of information. This is a lot of info. He's the firstborn son of the first 5-piece. So Zach would be here. Zach Roottree. We're gonna search for his actual name here. See if I can find something. Zach. Maybe they use a different Zach, because there's 2 Zachs. Zachariah Morden. Maybe Wilson Zach. He's not important, apparently. Zachariah Morden. No, I have not. One second. Let me just go back to the chat a little bit. You're the 5th cousin, thrice removed in a different dimension. Exactly. Pretty much. I'm pretty much blood related. No, I have not. I was only in Church of Otis. I haven't been here in an official capacity. Damn. Okay, I didn't know you hate me like that, Tack. I'm joking. Welcome in, man. It's just Zach, not Zach. Yeah, I know. I typed Zach, but there is no Zach. See? So the list of names here are all the names for everyone on this tree. If it's not here, then they're not always the names that you see. So like sometimes they have maiden, like the last names are based on like maiden names. So like on a genealogy tree, you don't put down their married name. You put down their maiden name, their unmarried name. And then also they go by nicknames. So sometimes the articles will say, oh, it's Nick, it's whatever, but that's just a nickname, and their real name is completely different. Like it's very weird. Like sometimes, like for example, her, right? Carly Roottrees. In all the articles that we're talking, her name is Rose, Rhose, and it's apparently Rose is her nickname. Her real name is Carly, which is strange. It's bizarre. It's like the nicknames aren't even remotely close sometimes. So you have to research to find their actual name and then put them down the tree. So I gotta figure out who this person is. And I'm weird. It's weird that they're not showing up on this list on the search. If they're not very famous, then they won't show up. Zach Wilson. Yeah. Okay. So there is no Zach. Zach. Yeah, I did check Roottrees already. It doesn't work. Okay. I feel like swears Pop used to tell Mom when it wouldn't go to us. Mom, whether even if quick-witted, counted back. Maybe they wanted to go to the only member of the family who looks like he samples a product. Okay, Sam. And treat style Sam from Lauren Roottrees' diary, written in 1963. In the previous entry, you learned that Elias Roottrees had given his wife and announced that Sam, an obscure relative, was to be included in family gatherings. Gwyneth had been pushing to include Salmon for quite some time. Lauren writes, "Why Sam? I have many distant relatives I never met. After all, Granny had sisters and Granddad a brother or two. But I was told trim their branches in the family tree. So why is Sam special? Nothing adds up, and I'm not the only one to realize." And just summoned all the next gens to a secret meeting in Zach's office. Wynn's in Paris, but the rest of us, including Merkel's boys, we just trying to unravel the mystery. I didn't recognize Sam at Uncle Junior's wedding to Patsy last year. The reception, when I asked who Sam was, Pop touched me and said it was complicated. Ooh, maybe it was an intermarital affair? Nancy swore that he saw Sam working alongside the farm hands. He seen John when he used to drive past the other answer farm with work. Upon hearing that, Zach checked the records and managed to confirm all three on the books. Eli, Miracle's youngest, not my brother, even chimed in. Apparently, when he was riding his mini bike alongside the farm a few weeks ago, they gave him some old tools and taught him how to make his bike's engine faster. None of us think proper for a multitude of reasons, but Eli certainly seems thrilled. At the end of the day, nothing explains why an outsider is cozy in the family affair, especially when it works in the farm of all places. Whatever happened to blood is a concern. Why is Granddad making an exception now? Oh, interesting. One found interest in Clark from Lauren Roottrees' diary. Clark's getting married and, in my opinion, far too young. He's barely 18 for God's sake, and Danielle is much older. But openly confronting them will make me a hypocrite. After all, Jacob and I got married at 16. Clark, the rest of the generation, is a free spirit. But also you call a group of kids growing up for more money than any one person can spend. They'll aspire to be musicians and artists and dancers, all sorts of nonsense. The only one who has any discipline is Carl, but that's because Pop forced clowns to something like academic. Maybe I'm just getting old, but our generation was never so bad. Brothers all seemed to pursue paths of knowledge, and the most rebellious thing any of us did was to bring home someone who would be illegal to marry if he lives anywhere south of Pennsylvania. Pop seems to have gotten over it because Edward is set to go to the farmer once he retires. As for me, my first published book, Swashbuckle My Heart, based on the Paris stories I used to know with Jacob when we were walking in the woods at the school. I think he'd be proud that Clark and I are carrying on his name. Even my cousins are doing well. Zach's not a bad president after all, and his sister seems to be doing a good job raising her twins. Gwyn is Gwyn, but at least she came out of the divorce with her head held high. So she might come home next year soon with your kids. But free spirits and the family would be all on the streets, even Clark. Lauren's diary keeps some labeled pictures and it's the next generation. There's a lot of photos here. Okay, so I took pictures of all of them, so I have to piece them all together. Damn, that's a lot of people. caption, an attempt to recapture spirit of the 5 pieces photo with our generation. For the old time's sake, we gathered on the warehouse floor and wanted Eli to stand all the way to the left. Since to me, he looked like a lot like Pop did in the old one. Oh, so this is Eli. But it was all floated by my brother. Oh, it's outfloated my brothers. Insisted 4 of us stand together. So we clumped up in the middle and everyone filtered behind and in front of us. The only one too good to make an appearance was Gwen. So who's Lauren? Lauren will be in the middle. So that's her? Be her? Grandma says we include Sam even if we didn't want to. Notice as to why, including Sam. I don't think it was fair. Miracle made it in. It's technically a 5-piece. I guess my inner child was a grudge after all these years. Huh. Okay. Oh, these are the 5-piece. Okay, so now I know. So if we go by this evidence, we could just deduce which ones are actually from this photo. Why does this kid have an eye patch? This picture is famous in our house. Pop even had a frame. That's him on the left. Oh, that's Elias. I see. It was taken in 1935 to celebrate the move to the new warehouse that Eli Jr. designed. Andrew and I both wanted to be in the photo since Marco was in it, and the 3 of us were all about the same age. We're told only the 5 pieces, which really didn't go over well, to say the least. Eventually, I was supposed to tantrums. Closest in front of the camera, Mr. Morden, who was there on to Gwendolyn. Found out years later, they never took a second photo. One was still on Gwendolyn. This is kind of background. Guy all in the far back. It's so tiny, but apparently you can't click on it. I wonder if I can click on this dude's face. All right. We have a lot of photo evidence now. Oh, is it filtering because I put a name in here? Ah, because I put a female name. It's search for only. It's filtered for only women. That makes sense. We don't know who the leftmost one is, but I think it's. Let's see if there's. So the 5 pieces, they have the initials here. G is for great. G is the first letter of their name, I think. Where's the... Okay. Back. Okay, so I know this has for a G. Roottrees. Win is younger, I think. I don't think Win will be in this one. Oh, hi, Mana. Hi, welcome in. How are you doing? Welcome in, Raiders. How are you doing? I'm Aki Aspen. I'm honoring a VTuber. How are you doing? What are you guys playing? Until then, what kind of game is Until Then? How are you doing, Mana? Mana, I wanted to ask, how was the move? Did you finally settle in? Hope everything is going well with you. But yeah, welcome in. We're just playing a really cool cyber sleuthing game where you are taking you're basically a genealogist in 1998 trying to piece together of the family fortunes of a really rich family called the Roottrees, and after a tragic accident just wiped out the main president and all of his daughters, you have to find out who is the blood relative and who gets the fortunes. Until then, it's a fun adventure of Yen. I'm enjoying the story so far. The movie was a lot. I'm glad we're done with it. Oh, I'm so happy you're done with the move. I'm really happy that that everything's settled in now and you're able to finally stream again. But yeah, welcome in, and I hope you if you're tired, by the way, and you need to take a break or you need to get something to drink, I totally understand. Hope you can take a break and take it easy. Otherwise, yeah, feel free to stick around. We're just looking through and seeing what kind of evidence we can grab and how to piece it together. I'm a little lost right now. And also welcome in, Nicholas Frames. Welcome. But yeah, until then, seems interesting. I'll take a look at it. I'm glad. What's it called? It's like a venture VN, right? I'm trying to get back into VNs. I'm not much of a VN person. It's a lot of like reading for me, but kind of want to see if there's a good VN I can get into. I'm gonna settle down for the night, but I'll be lurking. Have a fun stream, of course, no problem, Mana. Thank you so much again for the raid, and I hope you enjoy your lurk and enjoy yourself. Let me just get something to drink. I'm kind of thirsty. Oh man, it was kind of dry. But yeah, of course. I hope you have a nice lurk, Mana. Thank you again for the raid. Alright, so we don't know who this is. I'm assuming it's one of the G ones, Gwen Roottrees. She's on a notable list, so if she's on a notable list, she's not here. She would have to be on this level. So it's either her, here, or here. So then... if that's the case... Gwendolyn. It would have to be it will have to be her, because there's only the initials that we have here, right? It's supposed to be the initials for their names, and it's in the order of the children. So G is the first letter, and so it has to be someone starting with G. I wish I could search for Gwendolyn. Nobody. Gwen Roottrees. We'll do another search for Gwen Roottrees. Elias Roottrees. She's a granddaughter. I think she's here. Maybe. She took her mother's famous name. There's like 3 Eli's. I don't know who it could be. I am still kind of lost. Marco's youngest, not my brother. They need to work on naming these kids. I hate when they name them a junior, senior. Okay. So, we don't know Gwyn as an only child can play about loneliness. Oh, wait, hold on. This is huge. Gwyn was on Noble Roottrees list. Gwyn is the only child can play loneliness. Okay, so she's the only child. She has to be on this list. Then it's her. This is definitely Gwyn. This is the only tree here where her, her grandfather is Elias. So it would be this tree. So this is Gwyn. Okay. So we're gonna do this. Gwyn. And then she is an actor. And then her spouse. Loneliness. Her and Aunt Margot. Oh, I'm stuck with Clark. Okay. Okay, so maybe they talk about what she was. I want to see who she was married to. I wonder who could she be married to. It doesn't really matter, though, to be honest. It does not matter. I don't really care about. I don't really care about their side of the family tree. I wonder what this red tape means. They split up. But then what's this? Excuse me. And they say she took her mother's name. So this is definitely a female here. Thank you, Tech. Also, thank you so much for the follow, the True Gamma. Welcome in. Alright, so we know that it has to be her mom that had the Roottrees name. She took the mom. So we're going to have to check to see the... See, 1, 2, 3... CE is from extract. M is from melon. M. So M. There's so M and it's her mom. Roottrees. Miracle, not Margot Lights? Maybe? Hi, new here from a different stream. Call me Gamma or Gammas. Your voice kind of soothing the way I like it. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And yeah, I'll definitely keep that in mind. Welcome, welcome. Ah, thank you for this hydrate routine. I will hydrate right now. Thank you, thank you. I will also stretch. Thank you for the stretch. But yeah, we're just trying to find this family tree out. I have some parts of it. I just don't know who this one is. It has to be M and it has to be M. One of them is Miracle. We know this. Miracle Jr. would make sense as a son. So Miracle Jr., right? Because, and then third, I think this is how it works. So you have, right, the first Miracle, and then Miracle Jr., and then Miracle Jr., Miracle Third is the third one in the line. But I don't know who this one could be. One thing I always like doing for any streamers, I watch, make sure they hydrate and stretch every hour. I appreciate that. I need to keep that in mind. Sometimes I get distracted and I forget to do that, so I do appreciate that. I definitely do forget to hydrate and stretch, which is very important. So it's very much appreciated. I guess Margot Light is the only one that's M. That's not Miracle. But I don't know who they look like. We have a photo of them all. Miracle's in it, they're about the same age. Posing in front of the camera with Mr. Morden, who was there with Aunt Gwendolyn. Aunts. Okay, so Lauren is from the POV of Lauren. Lauren is in this generation. So her aunt is Gwendolyn. Which means she's not in the Gwendolyn. Yeah. Huh. Wait, shit. I think I fucked up. Because Gwen, she's supposed to be an only child. But there's also this, I didn't see this part. I'm kind of confused. Because she could also be here. I kind of record videos every now and then on the side to get the whole thing of forgetting to switch to hydrate, which is why I'm okay with helping other video streamers, video recorders. I appreciate that, yeah. No, it's very easy to forget to hydrate. I try to be better about it and always keep a water bottle with me by my desk, but sometimes I forget, and you know, it's not good. Definitely want to hydrate more because it's very good for your health. So I totally get it, and I appreciate it. Miracle Jr. Would that be marriage? Young. See here. I also think Miracle Phoenix is like a 5-piece. I guess this is Miracle. Miracle Jr. If I do this, Miracle Jr. Nothing to do with Doc. Miracle Jr. doesn't go by his full name in promotional materials, today goes straight to Miracle JR. He's a televangelist as part of the Miracle Network. He used to have a show. They aired in local access across many stations in the northeastern United States. They're called Clergy Watch. He is exposed and is subsequently charged with conspiracy to defraud the public in 1979 when he claimed to heal someone in a wheelchair. This expose revealed it was his wife Edith's sister in disguise. The author also mentioned Edith has a bit of a checkered past herself, but doesn't clarify. He since lost his television show and instead goes on tour across southern United States, where he's not well known before the scandal. Okay, Clergy Watch. Let's look at this. Okay, it doesn't have a lower place. Edith. Edith would be Edith Roottrees? No, it does not. Televangelist? What would you call a televangelist? Somebody on TV? Also, not my 33. Thank you so much for the follow. I guess a screenwriter. Preacher? I did it! Yes, I did it. Okay, so I knew. God, I was very unsure about some of those entries. I'm surprised that this was actually Miracle Jr. because I knew one of them had to be the younger one because it talked about like having Miracle on, and then I guess that was his son in front of it, so it would be Miracle Jr. Although I need a better picture than this kid photo, but I guess it works. Any photo technically works. So preacher, actor, and musician. Nice. We did it. I'm making more progress than I thought I would, be honest.
I'll try to keep that momentum going. Carl's office was a mess, thanks to some burst pipes. But I unearthed a photo from a 1970s Roottrees reunion.
Ooh.
I also found some important-looking papers. You've traced 9 blood relatives so far. I'll have more to share after you find 9 more.
All right, well, I guess we continue on. So now we have, so once we find a blood relative, it's locked in. So see how the yellow now, we can't change it anymore. It's locked in, we did it correctly, which is good. I don't have the spouse's name, but it doesn't really matter too much, to be honest. I don't need the spouse's name. Oh, for sure, televangelists we label a crook or a charlatan. Yeah, I mean, yes, you're right. I guess in this case they loosely mean by preacher, because there is nothing closer to that, but I would understandably say yes to that as well. Let's see. Okay, vote for Stephanie Jones for City Council, better for Butler County. Okay, this was buried under a ton of other mail that Carl left in his inbox. And a handwritten note attached seemed personal. A flyer about a candidate for local office, Stephanie Jones. In the back is an excerpt from a newspaper article from the Butler County Times about her campaign. Stephanie may have grown up in an unconventional family, to say the least, but in her words, it was still full of love. And now, 22 years later, with a baby of her own due around Christmas, her message for voters is simply, love is our future. The handwritten note says, Carl, I know we don't see eye to eye when it comes to county campaign. You could talk to your girls about putting out statements supporting Stephanie. She could use the publicity your daughters bring. Don't let our conflict spread to the next generation. CM. CM. Okay. Who could that be? CM. Stephanie Jones. Okay. So I'm gonna assume maybe it's in the same level as Carl. Cookie Munchies, yes, Cookie Munchies. EM is the initials. Caroline Warden? Okay, that's not enough information. We'll come back to it later. The photo was tucked inside an envelope with a letter beneath the candle in the corner of his office. The letter says to Carl and Brenda, I'm sorry that you were unable to attend the funeral. It's traditional to have it as soon as possible, and Ernie, more than anyone else on earth, knew how busy your job can be. I have enclosed a Shiva candle identical to ours if you'd like to pay your respects. Though it is not expected for those outside the faith to do so. Ernie was a man full of love, not only for his family, but for his family's legacy. He had an immense amount of pride for the work you three did together, as well as how Carl has carried on for him after taking over. As for myself, it is impossible to express my gratitude enough for rescuing us from the panic and burden of endless spills. Though we caught it too late for him to get on the donor list, the company took care of us beyond our wildest expectations. It was unsaid at the time, but Ernie and I knew that we had to have been Carl and convinced to trust, and it was no coincidence that it happened shortly after your visit, Brenda. Up until the end, Ernie and I had to stay strong, especially for Nicole's sake. We could never have done that without the two of you fighting for us. Much love, Debbie. Okay, we're gonna save these two pictures. Sounds like a dude in the letter. Yeah, it's true. That's what I thought too. I thought it was the man on the letter as well. Detective Alpha is cute. Yeah, it's really cute. Also, welcome in, Sarah. Welcome. When do we make it a marketable plushie? Honestly, it'd be kind of cute. I think a detective fit would be kind of cute to have. Second. Okay. But yeah, I picked this up online. It was a free little detective set, and I thought, oh, you know, it'd be kind of fitting since we're like sort of like detectives now. Okay. So Debbie. So this is Debbie. This has to be Debbie. Right? Debbie has to have a daughter. Because the problem is with other people, they're not really they're not very well known. This is Stephanie Jones. You heard from election results page that Stephanie Jones, a candidate for city council, won her campaign on election day about a month ago. Find no mention of Roottrees in any articles about her. Stephanie Jones was a very bare bones website of her campaign. We have a picture of her campaign mailer, and underneath it says, be sure to read the full article in the Butler County Times. Okay, cool. So we have a periodical that we can look at. What the hell is the name though? Keywords, okay. Stephanie Jones. Most recent mention of Stephanie Jones is a small report detailing election results from last month's election. Round 1, when the full version of newspaper clipping in the back of the campaign mailer. While most of it is unimportant, we do find the following. Stephanie Jones, born Stephanie Landon, to a marriage to local business owner Brian Jones in Butler County their whole life. Stephanie grew up in a home without a father. My mother and her partner associated an entirely female influence. Distant cousin of the Roottrees, her mother Carolyn, a local artist who has appeared in the front page of the Butler County Times in the past. Often has other come out posts, corporations' policies regarding deforestation of indigenous trees, suspended maple farms. Unlike my mother, I'm not a fighter. I want to bring love to the world. Okay, this is important. So my mother Carolyn. Okay. Carolyn Landon. Let's look at Carolyn Landon. But she was also okay. That's not it. She paid the front page of Butler County Times in the past. Carolyn, right? Her maiden name is Carolyn Landon. I guess Carolyn Landon is not correct. Did I misspell it? No. Carolyn Jones? But that wouldn't make sense. Maybe there is no article here. Okay. I guess there's no article for that. I still have no idea where she fits in. Okay, top secret is basically at the end when you finish everything. When you finish every single one of these question marks, you go in, you have two names to type in. The two names are the ones of the family tree that you're going to, I guess, put the inheritance into. I don't know why it's like that. I guess we'll get to that point later. We're nowhere near that right now. Let's see what else is here. Bonus will attach for employer. Here's a bonus. When I pull the wire down, mesh picture the free spirits of the frame. This fell out too. In the back of the photos, couldn't make the reunion. Wishing you well from Paris. Gwyn and the boys. Gwyn and the boys. Oh, this is her sons. Okay. That's cool. We don't have their names though. We know that that's her sons. Gwyn and the boys. I don't know why this is sectioned off this area. So Gwyn, mom, and her two sons. Exactly. That's why I'm thinking here. We don't know their names yet. This photo is not attached from your employer. Every 20 or so years, the Roottrees will hold a big reunion and recreate an old family photo. This is the one from the 70s, and Carl's the teenager in the middle. Starting with the wire damage, a pipe burst in Carl's office. On the back of the photo, childish print writing here says November. Also, a large number of cursive signatures include Bonnie, an ex-president Guy Hudson, Ernie Jr., Carolyn, Gwyneth M., Gwendolyn, Miracle Jr., Jim Roottree, Clark Carl, and L.I.M. It says November. So November, this is November. We know that, right? Because she's the only kid in this entire photo. This is November. This is in 70s. So she's a kid in the 70s. She would be on maybe in this row. I don't know. Could be. It was divorce remarriage situation, but no. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm also confused. Yeah, we're gonna go back to that. Okay, just give me a story so far. Jim Roottree. Lauren, let's look at Lauren Roottree. Although Lauren Roottree, this is another Roottree. Okay, we did that already. We saw her book. Now, romance novels or marrying name. Lauren Rafferty. Little fanfare. Unfortunately, she had been keeping diaries about a famous family. She's released them on her original name, Laura Roottrees, to mention her family's notoriety. On for her husband, World War II. Like to put relevant modern audiences. One left is exercise high school classes to show evolutionary writing style. After the success of her diaries, publisher re-released her romance novels. They're named Lauren Roottrees. Romance in Court. Gained popularity. Court Justice series. I'm gonna do Lauren. She's just retired. Okay. The Romance in Court by Lauren Roottrees. Romance novel. Okay, it's not. No, that's not really relevant. Court Jester. Maybe I'm just do Court Jester. Yeah, it's not really relevant. 1998 World War II was no. This is So this game takes place in 1998, but this author wrote about it, about her life. She was old. She's talking about like when she grew up. So this is her. She was born in I think the 30s or something. Should name the book? Maybe we should publish it. Yeah, I don't think it's relevant. I don't think it's relevant to the. It wouldn't make a difference. It's just like off tangent. We have the main book. The main book she released was this book, right here. This book is a lot of information at once. Too much information, actually. She has a lot of diaries. Her son Clark alone. I want to see who is her mom. She's the granddaughter of Liz on her father's side. Her mother's family was called the Cossells, but she hardly ever mentioned them. Father's pot was Hitler. Okay. Class Trust. Okay, let's go with the article again, the Class Trust. The World War II memoir might be relevant. Yeah, it's really relevant. But, a Clancy Edward Roottrees. So this is actually big. Okay, so her father is Clancy Edward Roottrees. Okay, we know from here that the initials are based on their names. G.E. Clancy Edward. So this is C.E. So he's the third one in the list, right? Oldest to newest, right? It's in that order. So if it's in the middle, C.E. 1, 2, 3. This is okay. So this is it. Clancy Edward Roottrees. And then Lauren would be here because she's a noble figure. Lauren Roottrees. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Lawyer. Her mother is Cossells. Well, there's only one Cassell, so there we go. That's that. Roottrees Lauren. And then right, that's the picture. Yep. What's her husband's name? Husband Jacob. Jacob died in the final months of World War II. Okay. Jacob. Jacob Rafferty, which we know is this guy right here. Okay. Now her son Clark Rafferty. Well, it makes sense because her son would be taking her father's name, Jacob. Only one in the family tree. Yeah, so this is the only one. Yeah, so this is Jacob and then Clark, so it's all good. Clark Rafferty. I can search for Clark Rafferty, but I don't think it's gonna have an article. Ah. She used to make music with Clark Rafferty. He mentioned an album called These Times. A band called C&J plus J&D creates one single called These Times. One with the username XXX Die Hard Dazzler XXX. Scanned the cover and noted it cost them over $200 at auction. Apparently, this was Jim Roottrees and Diamond LaRue's first song together. He also mentions that it was performed with Jim's cousin and Diamond's sister. It's only somewhat similar to Jim and Diamond's later works. Finding while Die Hard Dazzler the band or the single, all I have to do is add sketchy evidence. After a blazing 35-minute download, your track is not available. 35 minutes to download a song, man. That good old 1998 AOL days. These Times. Okay, cool. So we have 4 photos. These Times, all single from folk group say is C&J, J&D. So listen to songs credits as music lyrics by Clark Rafferty and Jim Roottrees, backup vocals by the LaRue. Sticker that says folk style songwriting, catchy. Oh, we can listen to music, by the way, here. Yeah, the lyrics contain no clues. It's just the song they recorded for this.
Life is life, love shall be. Me for you, and you for me. Someday will come, though, that this tree will be the last of what was we. With passing years, all paths diverge.
One of these two guys.
Rivers rambling on.
It's Kelly. Yeah, this is what the 35 minutes to download it, right? Okay, let's see. It's one of these two guys, right? I'm assuming because James has a beard. And we know James Roottrees is in this. Clark Rafferty is in this as well. So this has to be Clark Rafferty. He's a musician. Maybe that's not his... C and J. Clark and J. Just called Diamond's sister. Oh, Diamond's sister. So she would have the same last name.
We'll tell ourselves these stories.
Rafferty LaRue.
Dwell on warmth, ignore the cold.
Oh, did they combine their names?
For what could be. Rose
Shane LaRue?
memory. So act as though these
This Diamond LaRue. Okay, so let me explain my thinking. It's called C and J plus J and D, right? J and D are these two right here. So James Roottrees and Diamond LaRue, right? J and D. And the other ones are C and J, right? We know that Clark is the man, right? The husband. And then Jane is supposed to be Diamond's sister, so they share the same name. That'd be divorces, no? Yeah, exactly. I think it would be divorces. So maybe they split up and they took the combined the last names together. It's kind of strange, right? I don't know why. We don't know yet. It's not locked in. It's only gonna let us know when it's locked in. So we have to do, once we get enough people, see how this is 9 people. If you get 3 additional blood relatives in the family tree completely correct, they'll be locked in. So it's for every 3 that you get. So either one of these are wrong, or we didn't complete them yet. Well, I mean, we're not done with everything yet, but just saying. Also, these ones don't count. The spouses here, the ones that don't have a portrait, they don't matter. They're optionals. You don't have to fill them in. They just help you piece together more evidence, but you don't need them because they're not relevant to the actual. Oh, I'm done with the music, by the way. Enough. Oh, stop the music. Okay, I think it's done. But yeah, they're not relevant here. So we have this one, Rafferty Clark. I don't know if that's his most recent job, though. Roottrees Lauren, what does she do? She was a housewife. Oh, author, actually. Author. She was an author. Musician. Okay. 2 of them. So we need to add 1 more. I wonder who Carl Roottrees that is. Roottrees Clancy Edward lawyer. Okay, we can get a picture for Roottrees Clancy Edward. I think. Only 5 pieces. Our generation. This to me looked like a lot like Pop did in the old one. So he has to be in this photo. This is Elias. Has to be him. It has to be him. Okay. Or maybe not. Maybe it's this kid. No. I messed up somewhere. Oh, it has to be this guy. Okay. Author. Roottrees Clancy Edward. Lawyer. The soul is track where Elias who plays wherever. Yeah. But it's kind of long. It's not this old guy in the back. Alright, we're gonna. That's him on the left. This picture is famous for how Pop even had a frame that's him on the left. Oh, never mind. It's him. But wait, why did I think? Okay. See, Laura's diary contains this Lego picture. This Pop had a frame that's him on the left. Okay. He's a lawyer. This is correct. Was she supposed to be a housewife? No, she's an author, for sure. She did a lot of books. Rafferty Jacob. Rafferty Clark. Maybe Clark Rafferty wasn't he was not a musician. Like I mean he was at one point, but that's not his only. It's supposed to be his latest, most recent occupation. Fuck, it could be wrong. We'll go back. We'll circle back. Roottrees Miracle. Miracle Roottrees. Let's look it up. Miracle. Ryan Webster from Miracle Network, a production company run by the Miracle Roottrees estate. Quite bare bones, but it has the following blurb. Witness the testimonies in Miracle's Roottrees. Miracle Roottrees arrived so late in his mother's life that doctors swore he wouldn't survive the first year. His mother and father, Elias and Gwyneth, lay in Miracle because they thought him impossible. He was younger than his brothers and sisters by over 14 years. With a birth that late, the final child of his generation was nearly torn apart by countless health problems. But still, with the power of God on his side, he persevered. He triumphed over these complications and ingrained his sight to spread the healing word of the Almighty. 23 years later, Miracle Roottrees Jr. survived, in the famous family's second vessel of a higher power. At 18, he unburdened himself from the Roottrees name and took his father's testimony to a whole new level. By the power of television, Miracle Jr. spread the gospel across the entirety of New England, and has left a life of glamour and glitz behind to reach those places they need the most. Our Lord coming to a town near you. There was a bird and a fly about the tour which is in your evidence. Okay. Part of the Lord in Summer 96, 3 Generations of Miracles tour. This is one of the world famous Miracle Jr. This is Miracle Jr. Celebrated pastor of Miracle. Children are welcome. 68 years and got Earth. Miracle Third. Okay. Cool. So Miracle Third is his son, which would be this one. I have a better photo for this guy now. Okay. You'll be a preacher. There we go. We did it. Yep, he's a preacher. Yeah, I was gonna fill it in. I was just trying to get other ones. So that was correct. Okay, so now we know for a fact that the Clark entry is wrong. Something's wrong. So yeah, we got the portraits here correct. Good. Nice job. We got these following bonus entries. So we did these correctly. We did Clark wrong. Okay. Now that they're done, they're locked. We can add photos, but we're locked. We finished it. But this is wrong. He's not a musician. So what is he? Let's look back at the article again. The free spirits. It would be a recent article. Clark Restaurant is free spirit. What do you call kids growing money can spend? Also, probably musicians, artists, and that's also nonsense. Well, he was a musician at one point. The event with Jacob. Clark not carrying his name. Okay, so he is husband. No, it's not a valid thing. You have to have an actual job, actual thing, an actual job or role. He was a musician, but maybe it could be that although he was a musician, it's not his most recent job. A house husband. There is no house husband. There's house. Okay. Unfortunately, there's a housewife, but there's no house husband. This game is a little dated. You have to keep in mind that the housewife only applies to like up here in the old 1908, which makes sense from a historical point of view. So yeah, there is no house husband. So I'm assuming. Let's see. We'll come back to this later. We'll cycle back to this later. Now that we can we can continue following in the top 5 here. Roottrees, Margolite. I'm assuming it's Margolite. Is Margolite a male name or a female name? A female name. Okay, let's go back to this list. Is either her or her. I'm assuming her because she shares her blonde hair. I'm gonna search her. Margolite. Ooh, I misspelled her name, I think. No, I didn't. Margolite. Roottrees. She's not really, I guess, very popular. Not all of them have entries, unfortunately. This predates Wikipedia, so unfortunately, not much here. Are they blonde because Child is blonde, but recessive genes exist. So check her children. Are they blonde? Yes, her children are blonde. That's what I thought too, but you can always dye your hair. I mean, yeah, it also could be recessive genes. Did L.I. Was Gwen? Sam is in here. But Sam definitely does not belong in the tree because he's not he's not blood related at all. Let's look something up. So blonde's dominant trait. I feel safe with this pick. Yeah. Look, she shouldn't have been of her name Roottrees. Her father took her mother's name, which is quite rare in those days. So, see, so her mother is a Roottrees, not her father, because her father took her mother's name. We don't know her father's name. We do know that she took the name Roottrees from her mother's side, which is not, usually is the man, right? So like, for example, in this case, it's Roottrees Miracle. In this case, Clancy Edwards is a man. That's what we know. So I know for a fact that it's her mom that's the Roottrees. We don't know anything else about her mom. Let's do more digging on. Let's look more on movies. Guys Like Us. The film's two secretaries cut their hair short and pose as a businessman to get ahead in life until one of them falls in with their client and hilarity ensues, starring Gwyn Roottrees, Leslie Flores, and Harrison Lane. Let's play his words. Okay. Christmas Mission. There's a page called Flops. War movie in World War I, released in 1955. Received poor reviews, but the lost studio money. Okay, it's not relevant. She appeared in tabloids. Bit of a dead end for me. We know the 5 pieces, which is this. Okay, so the 5 pieces ad essentially pointed us towards the original, right? This is how I know that M is the first letter, so it has to be her. It has to be Margolite. An occupation. What could her occupation be? Baby. Baby is an occupation. Is really funny. I was hoping Margolite would have an entry. Stay with her and Aunt Margot. Oh shit, I fucked up. It's not her mom. During the summer, wait, no, am I wrong? Oh no, I'm right. Never mind, I'm right. Yeah, Aunt, because Lauren, right? Lauren is here. Aunt Margolite, Aunt Margot. By my hunt. So, there we go. We know she's blonde. I even tried to dye my hair blonde to fit in with 2 of them. What a mess. She just complains. You see, this is very important. It's a keyword. So we know Aunt Margot is blonde because of this one line. All right, so now we know that's her. This has to be her. Okay, we just don't know her occupation, but this is definitely her picture. Because this picture here comes from this article here, which is the 5 pieces, which is this generation. Basically, these 5 siblings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Educated guess go exactly. So now we're narrowing it down slowly. We just don't know what she does. Oh no, I wish you could just say it. Let's trust. Okay. He's the firstborn son of the firstborn 5P. Zach. I wonder if it hasn't been another entry that we're missing. Okay, so it's not from here. We know Zach is here. But who could be Zach? Again, the problem is I don't know who Zach is. They don't have entries either. I'm assuming it's this guy. With our generation, one time sick on the White House floor, or with the ALS on the left. Over my mother. She said the 4 of us stand together, so we clumped up the middle, and everyone pulled him behind and in front of us. We clumped up in the middle. In the mid, so these 4 right here. Okay. Okay, so we know it's either him or him or him. Okay, it could be 3 different people. He's the president. He was the second president, I think. I think it's the second president. And there was fierce none to go as president as he gets holding us so long. The next gens. Wish they would have brushed our family. I wish our clans would have wanted to be someone who volunteered. One is Zach. Another certain as much to Candy. The firstborn son of the firstborn 5P. Okay. Zach. Who's Clancy, though? Clancy Jr. Zachariah Moore. I'm assuming he had to have entry here, right? 5 pieces. Let's go all the way back. Candy Company history. I wish there was a list on a list of who the presidents were. Yeah, I can't look for that. Okay. I'm gonna leave it like that for now. Ow. Thanks for the just do a little thing at me. Oh, 1 second, guys. Well, 1 second, guys. Hold on. Yeah, I wonder who it could be. Let's see. Yeah, I'm a little confused. I'm assuming he's a preacher too. It's just gonna fill that in. A free one. Gwendolyn would be I have no idea. Housewife? She was not present. Trying to figure out how to find their occupation. Oh, guys, 1 second. I'll be right back, guys. Okay. I'm gonna take a small break. I'm gonna also get some water too. I'll be right back. BRB. I'm back. Sorry about that. I am probably going to end soon, guys. Gonna give you guys a heads up here. But we made a lot of progress. It's a lot. I just want to get the last 3 and then we can get end quickly because I think I'm very close. I just need to get 1 more done. Honestly, I don't know what I'm wrong with, to be honest. It's one of these. The actor? Okay, we don't have another. We don't have another lead here. He's for Elderberry. Elias. I have no idea. But yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna end it here. Actually, I think I did a pretty good job getting as much as I could. But we're gonna probably continue next time. How many did we get? 12, and we need 50. Oh, actually, it's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have a lot to go through. So maybe in like 1 or 2 streams, depending on how long it takes, I can actually probably get through all this. Also, I have Rubber Ducky too. Rubber Ducky can help me. I'll finally mention the relative appearing in a publication where you can track the article down. Ooh, see, this is very helpful. So I have hints, which is very nice. We have 38 left. Yeah, I have 38 left. I have a little bit of a ways to go, but I mean, there's always next time to finish it. There's a lot of other leads. Some of the diary entries. Okay. The publication. So I'm assuming they mean this diary. It's the only diary I have. Gotta go get the bag at college final exam tomorrow. All right, have a good rest and yep, good night, True Gamma. Oh, sorry, Gamma. Good night, Gamma. Thanks for stopping by, and thank you so much for the hydrates and the stretch redeems. Ooh. Looking at the time tree. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out. Publication. I don't remember a publication. All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm getting too deep into this. All right, guys. Thank you guys all for stopping by today. I had a blast. How do I save? Oh, there's a save and quit button. But yeah, I'm gonna probably find some way to raid. If you guys stick around for the raid, I really appreciate it. Let me just figure out who's streaming right now, who I can send the raid off to. Let's see here. Just checking to see who I have here that I can raid. I don't think anyone's streaming this kind of game. Actually, can I just check that? Roottrees are dead category. Let's see. I'm the only one streaming this game. All right, so never mind. The category is not gonna be the way to do it. Oh, I have somebody here that's streaming a Kirby game. That's really cute. Why don't we raid them? Hayami May. I followed them for a while, so we can just, you know, give them a follow. Okay. So I'm going to give them a raid. I love Kirby, so let's hit the raid. But yeah, guys, if you guys are not a sub, you guys can use the first raid message. If you guys are a sub, you can use your second raid message. And again, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it, and I hope you had a fun time with this. I had a blast. It's very much a lot of, you know, brain work trying to figure out all these family trees, but we'll definitely continue this later. This is gonna be multiple parts, and try to figure out the rest of the family tree in the next stream. Enjoy your rest. Oh, hey, Rafi, welcome in. Yeah, thank you so much. Enjoy your rest as well. But yeah, take care, everybody. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to try to stream a little bit more from Expedition 33, which I really want to play more. And hopefully Pharmacy 14 on Sunday as well. But yeah, take care, everybody. Have a good one. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Good night. Bye.